Everyone, have a great day to all. I am Nithya from Biochemistry. I could share about the book for The Old Man and the Seas. This book was written by Ernest Hemingway in 1951. The Old Man and the Seas is a novel written by the American author Ernest Hemingway in 1951 in Cayo Blanco, Cuba. Unpublished in 1952, it was the last major work of fiction written by Hemingway that was published during his lifetime. One of his most famous works, it tells the story of Santiago, an hanging Cuban fisherman who struggles with the gained marlin fare out in the Gulf Stream of the coast of Cuba. In 1953, The Old Man and the Seas was awarded the Pulitzer Prize for Fiction, and it was cited by the Nobel Committee as contributing to the awarding of the Nobel Prize in Literature to Hemingway in 1954. Santiago, as an hanging experienced fisherman who has gone 84 days without catching a fish. He is now seen as Salio, colloquial pronunciation of Salado, which means salty. The worst form of unlucky malolin, a young man whom Santiago has trained is since childhood, has been forced by his parents to work on a luckier boat. Manolin remains dedicated to Santiago, visiting his shack each night, hauling his fishing gears, preparing food, and talking about American baseball and Santiago's favorite player, Gio DiMaggio. Santiago says that tomorrow he will venture far out into the Gulf Stream, north of Cuba in the Straits of Florida to fish, confident that his unlucky streak is near its end. On the 85th day of his unlucky streak, Santiago takes his skiff out eagerly. But noon he asks who could a big fish that he is sure in the marlin, but he is unable to haul it in. He is unwilling to tie the line to the boat for fear the sudden jerk from the fish could break the line. With his back, shoulders, and hands, he holds the lines for 2 days and nights. He gives slack as needed while the marlin pulls him far from land. He uses his other hooks to catch the fish and the dolphin fish to eat. The line cuts his hands, his body is sore, and he sleeps little. Despite this, he expressed compassion and appreciation for the marlin, often referring to him as a brother. He determines that no one is worthy enough to eat the marlin. On the third day, the fatigued marlin begins to circle the skiff. Santiago, almost delirious, draws the line inward, bringing the marlin towards the boat. He pulls the marlin out to its side and stabs in with the harpoons, killing it. Seeing that the fish is too large to fit in the skiff, Santiago lashes it to the side of the boat. He sets sail for home, thinking of the high price the fish will bring him at the market and how many people he will feed. The trail of blood from the dead marlin attracts sharks. Santiago braces himself for having gone out too far. He kills a great mango shark with his harpoon but loses the weapon. He makes a spear by strapping his knife to the end of an oar. He kills 3 more sharks before the blade on the of the knife snaps. and the clubs two more sharks into submission. But each shark has bitten the great marlin, increasing the flow of the blood. That night, an entire school of sharks arrives. Santiago attempts the beat them back. When the oar breaks, Santiago rips out the skiff's tailor and continue fighting. Upon seeing a shark come appointed to eat the marlin's head, Santiago realizes the fish has been completely derived. He tells the sharks they have killed his dream. Santiago reaches shore before dawn the next day. He struggles to his shark, leaving a fish's head and a skeleton with his skiff. Once home, he falls into deep sleep. In the morning, Manolin finds Santiago. As he leaves to get coffee for Santiago, he cries. A group of fishermen have gathered around the remains of the marlin. One of them measured it at 18 feet 5.5 meters from nose to tail. The fishermen tell Manolin to tell Santiago how sorry they are. A pair of tourists at the nearby cave mistake the dead fish for a shark. When Santiago wakes, he donates the head of the fish to Predico. He and Manolin promise to fish together once again. Santiago returns to sleep, and he dreams of his youth and of lion on an American beach. The moral of this story, the old man and the seas, or follows the journey through life is the rewarded. A people who lives with the courage and integrity can be destroyed but never defeated. And a strong person never complains about what he doesn't have, but instead uses what is at hand with the knowledge that it's one. Thank you for watching.